Roll call.
Trustees Dernoski.
Aye.
Priest.
Aye.
Duberstein. Aye. Barrett.
Aye.
Daly.
Aye.
And Walkington.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Welcome, Sam.
Well, can I just steal a quick minute here?
Yes, absolutely. The mic is all yours. Step up.
Okay.
No, I just really want to thank you all so much because this is, I think, such a great opportunity for not only the district but the residents of Hainesville, and your recognition of intergovernmental cooperation is really something I think we need to see more across the state level. So I can't tell you how excited I am to have a home here in Hainesville. It's right in the center of the district. It's geographically accessible to everyone in the district, and I really look forward to working with you folks, not only in the office space, but anything else at a state level. Any needs that Hainesville may have from a legislative standpoint or the residents may have, I just want to let you know that I am completely accessible to you for whatever needs you might have. So can I answer any questions for anyone?
We just decided to buy a generator over there. You want to chip in?
that might take more than 6 months.
I was thinking about the IDOT problem with the traffic on I-20. Can you waive your
I can attempt to do that. I don't know how effective that's going to be, but we can definitely work on that. So, well, thank you again. I really appreciate it. I'm really excited about this partnership.
We're going to give you a break tonight, but we will have no problem sending things over there.
Oh no, and that's part of the cooperation. So absolutely. So
okay.
I look forward to it.
All right.
So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you much, and thank you for being here.
Congratulations. Well, thank you so much. It's good to see you.
Okay.
You leave now, your car will still be warm.
No, that's okay. I came late. I will be more than happy to stay for the rest of the meeting. So.
Well, and this you might get a giggle out of, because this is IDOT.
Okay.
Okay. If everyone will recall, at our last board meeting, our first board meeting of 2013.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm getting feedback from somebody.
Does somebody have their cell phone out?
No, I think you just got an empty room and you got a single hall. So you might want to turn off the front microphone.
Where did they hear the feedback?
I hear it.
I'm not hearing anything.
A little bit.
Here, if you want to go to those.
Okay.
Bury it outside.
Excuse me, Kathy,
What?
do we have the ordinance number on that? Or?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. 13-1-169.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that.
Good catch, Mom.
I know we were both looking at it.
Okay, so I'm going to try to do the Reader's Digest version of this. It seems every Christmas holiday, IDOT likes to send me a big envelope that I open and I read it. And it's something that they want signed very quickly, but that I need to bring it before the board and get their approval, which I did at our first January meeting. And to my delight, I was like, well, this is actually kind of an exciting thing, because it was actually, IDOT wanted to swap out our traffic lights at the 120 and Hainesville Road intersection and the 120-134 signal, and also put backup generators, so if the lights, power goes out, we still have working lights, and also the push buttons for the crosswalks. So I thought, this is exciting stuff. So everybody voted, authorized me to sign it, send it back, and ironically, 2 days after we did that, Jeff comes in my office and said, I got this voicemail from IDOT, and it mentions the letter which was sent to you, not to me, it was sent to you, but now they're calling me and saying disregard the project.
You're spending a little too much money on the railroad crossing on Rollins.
Well, I was very angry to say the least, so I said, I would like that phone number of whoever called you. And I called and I talked to this very pleasant young lady, and she said, well, you really need to talk to the engineer. I'm just the messenger, blah, blah, blah. So I said, please have that engineer call me ASAP. So he calmed me down because the explanation he gave me was acceptable, and it still has some good news. But again, I was like, okay, wait a minute. He said, I understand that letter you got went to other towns also having their intersections worked on. Yeah, I got it. It also went to Lake County DOT because some of their roads intersect ours, hence Hainesville Road 120. I'm with you. Well, it's Lake County DOT that stopped the project. What? Why? Well, because Lake County DOT as a courtesy called us to say, you know, we're working with another department of IDOT, and we've applied for a grant, which it looks like we're getting, and we're not only going to be putting in the LED lights, we're going to be replacing the whole pole, the whole thing. It'll be LED lights, it'll be all new everything, and the purpose is to get the Lake County passage also wiring and cameras. Okay, so they called as a courtesy to say, if you're going to swap out the lights, we're tearing them out in less than a year. And I said, okay, I get that. That would be kind of silly. However, you said they were working with IDOT, another department, IDOT. So I said, there's been a lot of time and energy put in this thing that's been wasted. So that is the update on that, for the record. Eventually, we will have new LED lights. Just be a little later. We'll move on to number 3, which is a motion to approve the expenditure of $4,380 for capping well number 2.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Jeff, you have the floor. Georgianne wants to know what we're talking about.
With over at the Deer Point lift station, we have the well 1, which is the main well, pumps 375 gallons a minute. There's another well 80 feet to the north, well 2, that only has a pumping capacity of 45 gallons per minute. We have not used that well for probably the last 8 years. It's just been sitting there virtually doing nothing. Over the last several years, we've been getting notices from Lake County Health Department, EPA, you know, if you're not using this, you really should abandon it, you know, cap it. We've been holding them off, you know, just kind of, well, when we have the money, we're going to do it, you know, and just, you know, trying to kick it down the street per se. The only reason this has come up is because we're doing all the work over there now with the new pump that's going in. Dollar-wise, we're going to have the same company there installing the new one. Let's have them take care of this other problem, so we're starting 100% fresh.
Anyway.
So that was just the reasoning, you know, just to kind of keep everybody in the loop. It's something we have to do down the road anyway, that we actually should have been done several years ago that hasn't. So just the timing is going to work out to get it done.
Are we looking at using the Poison well instead of the Cranberry well?
Not at this time. We're going to explore the current well that's next door, just to see what type of quality water is in there. Once the new pump is installed, between the 500 gallons a minute we have at Cranberry Lake versus the 375 we have here, plus the storage capacity, the 90,000 aquifer and the 400,000 tower, we have more water than we can physically use. The only reason we would ever want to consider putting that one online, if for some reason you know, a large industry comes into town that needs or is going to use a lot of water, we may want to add that one, and we could also make that part of the agreement where, you know, we have to upgrade the system cost share, because it will cost some money to get that one up and tied into the municipal system. The other reason, or the other thing we could do, if 10 or 15 years down the road, if this one actually comes up and has really good quality water, like well 1 does, we may want to take steps and say, okay, by 2020, we want to be operating off of this well and have it tied into the system and use well 3 as a backup.
Yeah, because we talked about it, but I wasn't
So,
sure if the
yeah,
Jackson
it's just kind of a preliminary to actually see what's there. We need to see what kind of water is in
We're
there
first going to do the study to see.
just to see, and then we'll have a better idea. And then, yeah, like I said, if it's something we decide we want to do in the next 10, 15 years, or if we get a huge industry, which would be nice, you know, we could defray some of the costs that way.
we can put it in our improvement system, right?
Well, exactly, that's
Yeah.
kind of what
That would
we
be
need
the-
to do here, actually, that we want to start talking about.
Jeff, we have I have one question. On our bills payable or something like that, there's a Tyco integrated cert security system, I guess?
Yes.
The alarm system. And it says well 2. Is that actually supposed to say well 1?
Well, yeah, well, 1 and 2 are at the same location.
Oh, so, okay, so that's why they labeled
Yes.
2. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, why you...
They're 80 feet apart, right?
Yeah.
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 But, I mean, it's for the alarm system, and if you're not using 2, we're paying, we're not paying for that, we're paying for 1. That's what we're saying.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Any other questions, discussion? Roll call?
Trustees Darnowski.
Aye.
Priest.
Aye.
Duberstein. Garrett. Daly. And Watkington.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. 7:30.